and I'm from Happy Cookers here in Sun Lakes in Banning, California. Desmond and I would like to share with you how we bring our garden to the table. And so let's take a little bit of a walk around so you can see the elements that we'll be using throughout the summer. I've already picked some anise or fennel, whatever you want to call it, some small pieces of celery, some chives, some peppermint, some dill, some oregano. It's just a bounty of crop. In addition to that, we also have grapes coming on board. We have rhubarb coming out. We have potatoes and thyme and some citrus and some peach trees. We've got apple, almond, and in addition to that, we have a pluot tree which produces wonderful, wonderful fruit. Okay, so over here we have our isolation garden, and we have lots of tomato plants. 1, 2, 3 tomato plants. We have a hot pepper mixed in with our geranium plant. We have tarragon, and if Desmond, if you would come over here and let's zoom in on the herbs. Over here we've got basil, which we have gotten from Albertson's grocery store. Believe it or not, in the vegetable section, we potted them and they have just grown beautifully and they're ready for harvest. Then we also have Thai basil, we have dill, we have cilantro, sage, and dill, and hot pepper, bok choy, sweet peppers that will turn purple. That is pretty funky cool. Hi there, back with Wendy in the kitchen from Happy Cookers. And what we're doing today is we're making 3 separate items. The first thing I'm trying to make is what I call spaghetti fresca, using all types of fresh ingredients from the garden and the kitchen. Then we will be making a version of healthy toast with fresh herbs from the garden. And then finally, we're gonna top it off with a peppermint lemonade. So to begin, we're gonna start with the spaghetti fresca. I've already cooked 1 package of linguine, and you can use any type of noodle you want. It just happens that I like linguine, and that's perfect, okay? Then what I've done is I have simmered in 1 cup of olive oil, rosemary, garlic, half a package of garlic, and I'll show you what that is in a minute, and salt and pepper, okay? So I'm going to pour that, oh, delicious liquid. What I do with these cherries is they get hot, I smash them. And most of them end up being smashed. There's always a few that you miss. But they are perfect that way. The sweetness is released into the liquid that we have made. And I've already added salt. So I want you to get a little bit of a close-up of what this looks like. It is so delicious looking. And I inadvertently said that you use a cup of olive oil earlier. It's half a cup of olive oil. You don't want to put too much grease in the thing. And then we're going to add the pepper here. And I love to use fresh ground pepper just because the flavor is richer. And what I did was I used organic garlic cloves that you get at the grocery store, at Albertson's is where I go. And in their organic produce section, they have this package here. And what you do is you just take out as many cloves of garlic that you want. It's already peeled, it's perfect. Anyway, what I used was half a package of garlic. And I've already added oregano in there. I'm adding fresh basil from the garden, in addition to fresh chives. And I'm trying to use about 1/3 of a cup of pine nuts. Actually, let's make it 2/3 of a cup of pine nuts because this is your protein source and there is protein in the pasta. Many of us have been told that there are shortages of meat out there. So that's a great alternative to have. I like black olives. You don't have to put black olives in there, but if you like them like I do, add them. If you want to put arugula in there or spinach, add them. The idea is to make this just a really fresh, a fresh dinner. That's why I call it spaghetti fresca, okay? And those are capers. So we've added 1 small can of capers, olives in there. Okay, so we're going to toss it now and try and incorporate all the goodies that we put in there. Sometimes you just got to get down and dirty and do this. And make sure you wash your hands before you serve your friends, because you might look a little dirty or something, and we wouldn't want that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, we'll go on to the next thing. Wow, 1 down, 2 to go. This one goes pretty quickly, and it's what I call savory toast. It is a delicious combination of whole wheat bread, and when I do whole wheat, I do 100% whole wheat, not just whole wheat, because there's a big difference in the amount of fiber and protein that is present in the bread. And they carry it at Albertsons, and so, just try it. What I've done is I've toasted and let it dry the whole wheat bread. I have put cottage cheese, you could put cream cheese on there, fresh avocado, and now I'm making kind of a little vinaigrette salad with cherry tomatoes, and this is the greatest little tomato cutter. All you do is that, they're sliced. It's fantastic. And then for visual effect, I really like to add the flower of the chive. It is so easy to use. All you do is pull the flower blossoms off, bam. Like Emerald says, it's right there. Okay, and then a lot of the herbs that I use in this one include the chives. I've put celery in. I have a little bit of fennel, which I'm using. And then also I have a little bit of Mexican tarragon. If you don't want to use tarragon, you don't have to. But it's a lovely light flavor that also goes very well with eggs and other types of ingredients. When you use the scissors to cut your herbs, make sure you always use soap and water beforehand. So I add the celery, the fennel, a little bit of lemon juice squeezed from Diane's lemons, and a little bit of olive oil. And we're gonna keep going with this. Get a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. If you wanted to let this sit for 5 or 10 minutes, you could, but I'm hungry. I don't know about you. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna spread a little bit of this topping on top. And those cherry tomatoes, even though they're cut in half, they're little buggers. So use your hands. If you've been social distancing like I have, you've washed your hands like 50 million times a day. Okay, so that looks good, and then we'll let Desmond put the rest on top, okay? Next one, last thing, and oh, am I thirsty. Oh my goodness. I've been out in the garden with you this morning. I've been cutting herbs and things. I've been over to my neighbors, gathering lemons. It's just a wonderful neighborhood, and what a wonderful place to live. Sun Lakes. So let's have a drink. Okay, so I've got 1 cup of lemonade, and I'm adding stevia to it because I am diabetic and I've got to cut down on the sugar, but you can add regular sugar. For the stevia, I'm using about half of what I would use in a regular drink. So I'm putting a tablespoon of it in here. Well, actually, let's take a little bit away. That's more like a tablespoon. So I'm putting a tablespoon of stevia in with the drink. Remember, the lemons came from my neighbor, Diane, and then I put in about 10 sprigs of mint, okay? And I looked up in this really cool magazine how to make lemonade with club soda. So here we go. Did you hear that? Psst. It's really good. It adds a little bubble to your drink. And I'm trying to look backwards or forward till I get to about 4 cups. That looks perfect, okay? So I've got lemons, 3 to 4 lemons or a cup of juice. I put in a cup of lemonade. Okay, so we're gonna whiz it up in here. If you don't put that lid on right, there'll be a problem. That was exciting. I love the Vitamix. I've had it for about 10 years, and it's amazing. So what we're gonna do over here as we go up is that we're going to add a strawberry to each drink, a couple of raspberries. This is just to make it look good. You don't have to do that. If you've got extra mint leaves, you could add a mint leaf. Maybe we'll do that too. Oh, I already put it in. And then how about some color to complete the picture? How about some kiwi fruit? And a straw. Oh, this is looking good. If I can just get the straw in. Okay, so we're gonna pour some of this lemonade mixture over the ice. Oh, it's looking delicious. Little tiny specks of mint in there. Now, if you really want to go to town, first you have to ask your husband to open up the bottle. And then put a little tiny splash of limoncello. Today, I deserve it. Anyway, let's sit down and have a lovely drink and pasta. This is the best part of the day. This is the time when we actually get to eat things. We've got the pasta and we have the savory toast. And then in addition to that, we also have our lemonade drink. Let me see what it tastes like. It is perfect. So from our house at the Ditchfields and Happy Cookers, we wish you bon appetit. Please remember that Happy Cookers meets the fourth Friday of every month in the South Clubhouse. We'd love to have you join us. There's no fee for the first try. Come and taste all our goodies, hear our stories, and have a great time. Bye-bye.